How's it going, everybody? Intimidation here, and I'd like to introduce you to my Tetramorium colony. And I recently did this. This is an attempt to move my Tetramorium colony into my much larger plaster nest that I created a long time ago. I just haven't put any use into it. And as I pan out here, I'll show you how big this area is. I made this plaster nest into a box frame, or out of a box frame rather, and it came out quite nice. And I just attached their foraging tube on the side, and then there's their old foraging area right there, and then I have their nests in the back there, and I just attached it about 5 minutes ago, and they've already started to explore the new area, their new surroundings. And Tetramorium are so interesting in that they're just so quick to adapt. I mean, they don't hesitate at all. I mean, here they go. They're seeing what their newest surroundings are like, exploring. They have distinct little trails already from the tube that I put into the formicarium here, and we'll see how that goes. I do have a wick system, and it's right here. I have a tube that I attached, and what this does is it goes into the core of the plaster, and basically it's just a plastic tube filled with cotton, and then I just fill the end of it with water, and I let it saturate into the cotton and then into the plaster. Now, you don't want to do this a lot, because plaster should never be oversaturated with water. You need to, because then you get mold, you get all sorts of stuff growing in there, and you just don't want that. Now, eventually, and I've seen this with plaster nests before, eventually there will be mold. I mean, you know, plaster will just eventually grow mold in there, especially when you feed your ants over time. They will bring little tidbits and little appendages of insects into their nest, and moisture plus that equals mold. So things will start to grow eventually, but that can't be helped. So I'm giving this a shot to see how it works out, and I'll let you guys know what happens. As you can see, little short story about this. I used to have Myrmecocystis in this setup. It was a small colony. It was Myrmecocystis testaceus, and they didn't survive. And what they have found here is the queen that died in the setup, and I had yet to remove that queen, and they seem to have found that and might even drag it back to their nest. Who knows? And there's some dead Myrmecocystis workers in here as well that they might locate and drag back to the nest. But yeah, new area for the Tetramorium to wander around in and look at them go. Pretty cool. So I don't know if this nest is desirable enough for them to move into. I'll let you know how that turns out. Alright guys, take it easy. Intimidation out.